As I trudged through the rugged terrain of Nevada's Carlin mining district, my metal detector humming in my hands like a faithful companion, I couldn't shake the thrill of exploring these abandoned mines. The air was thick with dust and the echoes of forgotten labors, where danger lurked in every shadowed shaft and crumbling tunnel. But oh, the rewards whispers of history buried beneath the earth, waiting for someone bold enough to unearth them. My heart raced as I swung the detector over the parched ground, the beeps growing frantic near an old ore cart track. What secrets had time sealed away here? I paused, imagining the rush of miners long gone, and dug in, my spade biting into the soil with a satisfying crunch. The first signal led me to a tarnished silver coin, glinting under the relentless sun. It was a Morgan dollar from 1882, minted right here in the heart of Nevada's silver boom. These coins were the lifeblood of frontier towns, paying wages to roughneck miners who toiled in places like Carlin, fueling the expansion of the American West. Valued today for their rarity and silver content, this one bore the marks of circulation among saloons and supply stores, a tangible link to the era when fortunes were made and lost overnight. I pocketed it carefully, feeling the weight of economic history in my palm, and scanned further into the mine's entrance, where the cool darkness beckoned. Deeper in, amid scattered rock debris, my detector shrieked again, revealing a gold nugget the size of a walnut, raw and unrefined. Carlin's mines were legendary for their gold veins, discovered in the 1960s but rooted in older prospecting tailies from the 1800s. This nugget could have been overlooked during the hydraulic mining rushes, when water cannons stripped hillsides bare, symbolizing the environmental toll of the gold rush that reshaped Nevada's landscape. Its value soared not just in ounces, but in the story of human ingenuity and greed, a reminder of how microscopic flecks built empires. I brushed off the dirt, marveling at its luster, and pressed on, the tunnel narrowing around me. A faint ping drew me to a rusted mining lantern, its brass frame etched with intricate designs from the late 19th century. These lanterns illuminated the perilous depths where carbide lamps replaced candles, revolutionizing safety in mines like those in Carlin. Historically, they prevented countless explosions by containing flames, marking a pivotal shift in industrial technology during America's Gilded Age. Collectors prized them for their engineering heritage, often fetching high prices at auctions. I held it up, imagining the flickering light guiding weary workers through endless shifts, and felt a surge of respect for the innovations that tamed the underground wilderness. Venturing into a side chamber, collapsed timbers adding to the peril, I uncovered a set of antique assay tools, tiny crucibles, and tongs used for testing ore purity. In Carlin's heyday, assayers were the unsung heroes, determining if a strike was fool's gold or the real deal, crucial during the Comstock Lode era that put Nevada on the map. These tools embodied the scientific precision that turned mining from gamble to industry, with values soaring due to their scarcity and preserved condition. I examined the patina, thinking of the alchemical dreams they represented, and continued my sweep, the detector's coil brushing against uneven walls. The next find was an ornate belt buckle, silver-plated with turquoise inlays, likely from a miner's Sunday best in the 1890s. Turquoise mining intertwined with gold in Nevada, where native influences met settler craftsmanship, creating pieces that symbolized status in boomtown society. Historically, such buckles adorned figures who rose from poverty to prominence, reflecting the social mobility of the Wild West. Its market value today highlights the fusion of cultures and American expansion, making it a prized artifact. I fastened it temporarily to my belt for luck, the mystery of its owner fueling my adrenaline as I delved deeper. In a forgotten alcove, buried under silt, lay a vintage miner's lunch pail, enameled steel with faded inscriptions. These pails carried sustenance into the abyss, evolving from simple buckets to insulated wonders by the early 1900s, improving worker health amid Carlin's grueling operations. They stand as emblems of labor history, when unions fought for better conditions in the face of corporate giants. Valued for their insight into daily life, this one could fetch a fortune among industrial memorabilia enthusiasts. I opened it gingerly, half expecting remnants of a long-ago meal, and scanned the area anew, the silence broken only by my detector's occasional chirp. A stronger signal pulled me toward a pile of tailings where I exhumed a crystal geode, split open to reveal amethyst formations, nature's bonus amid man-made excavations. Geodes like this, formed in volcanic pockets around Carlin's gold deposits, prized since ancient times for their beauty and supposed healing properties, traded along pioneer routes. In historical context, they were collected by early geologists mapping the West, contributing to scientific understanding of the Great Basin's geology. Their aesthetic and rarity drive high values in gem markets today. I traced the purple crystals with my finger, enchanted by the Earth's hidden artistry, and pushed forward into narrower passages. My latest discovery was a brass surveyor's transit, partially buried in gravel, its lenses still intact from the 1870s. Instruments like this mapped Carlin's vast claims, enabling precise boundaries during the land rushes that defined Nevada's statehood. They represented the blend of engineering and exploration that surveyed the untamed frontier, pivotal in legal and economic developments of the time. Collectors covet them for their role in American manifest destiny, with pristine examples commanding premium prices. I adjusted its dials experimentally, pondering the visions it once framed, as the mine's depths seemed to whisper more secrets ahead. As the tunnel twisted tighter and the air grew heavier with the scent of ancient dust, my detector erupted into a steady, high-pitched scream unlike anything I'd heard before. I dropped to my knees, scraping away layers of loose gravel and broken shale until my fingers brushed something solid and unnaturally smooth. Heart pounding, I worked carefully, revealing a small, perfectly preserved leather-bound journal, its cover embossed with the faded stamp of the Carlin Consolidated Mining Company from 1878. Inside, the pages were filled with handwritten notes from a long-forgotten chief engineer, detailed sketches of uncharted veins, daily production logs, and even personal entries about the hopes and hardships of the crew. This wasn't just any relic. It was a primary source document that could rewrite parts of the district's mining history, potentially revealing lost claims or forgotten techniques that influenced modern open-pit operations. Historians and museums would pay a fortune for something this intact and informative, a true crown jewel of the American West's industrial past. I sat back against the damp wall, flashlight trembling in my hand, staring at the treasure that had waited over a century for someone to listen to its silent call. I carefully wrapped the journal in my spare cloth and tucked it into my pack, knowing this find alone made every risk worthwhile. The Carlin mines had given up one last, monumental secret, a living record of ambition, struggle, and ingenuity that shaped an entire region. I took a deep breath, feeling the weight of history settle around me like an old friend, grateful for the chance to bring these stories back into the light. Thanks so much for joining me on this wild adventure through the abandoned mines of Nevada. It's just always a rush sharing these moments with you. If you enjoyed the hunt, drop a comment below and let me know which find was your favorite. The Morgan dollar, the gold nugget, the lantern, the assay tools, the turquoise belt buckle, the lunch pail, the geode, the surveyor's transit, or this incredible journal that capped it all off. If you want more stories like this, more hidden history, more heart-pounding discoveries, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload, and give this video a like to help spread the word. It really means a lot. Until the next dig, stay curious, stay safe, and keep listening for those beeps. See you out there.